Welcome to the midway point of the work week, the Beamish Blogcast on April 30th, 2014. What happened to April? It just kind of flew by, likely because of the Sonoran wind machine. That's back in the forecast here this afternoon. We'll talk about that in a bit. Want to start off talking about the major weather story across the country, and that is the just drenching rains in the Florida Panhandle overnight. Look at this photo viewer Jackie posted to our News 4 Tucson Facebook page. That's the Burger King in Pensacola, Florida. Now keep in mind, the yearly average rainfall for Tucson is 11.5 inches. These are the rainfall estimates over the last 24 hours in southern Alabama and the Florida Panhandle. 15 inches in Pensacola. There was a rain gauge in Pensacola that registered 24 inches of rain in 24 hours. Double our yearly total here in Tucson. Thankfully, some of that shower and storm activity is starting to push out of the Florida Panhandle and moving into portions of Georgia and northern Florida later on this afternoon. All being triggered, those showers and storms, by a persistent trough of low pressure sitting over the central United States. I think the severe weather threat diminishing just a little bit this afternoon. Still isolated tornadoes not out of the question in the Carolinas on your Wednesday. Meanwhile, high pressure over the west coast. We're in between that trough and that ridge, and that's going to increase the pressure gradient and our wind speeds heading into the next 48 hours. Forecast winds this afternoon, 10 to 20 miles per hour. Check out what happens overnight, though. We're talking about winds still in that 20-25 mile per hour range coming out of the east. I think if you live on Tucson's east side, Rita Ranch, Vail, Corona de Tucson may wake up during the overnight hours hearing those winds howling. So why the east side of the Tucson metro, not so much the rest of the metro area? Well, east winds here in Tucson, these are downsloping off the Rincon Mountains. Gravity pulls that air down the mountain slopes. It accelerates the air, also warms it up. So not only talking about gusty winds during the overnight, also talking about overnight lows into the 60s for most of Tucson. 85 this afternoon, your forecast high. That's below average, fifth day in a row with below average temperatures here in Tucson. Yes, it's still late April. We'll see the winds begin to subside by Friday. 90s back heading into the weekend. Gusty winds back as we head into early next week. Thanks for logging on. I'll see you later on today for News 4 Tucson at noon.